They said he did it all.
It's been the craziest day.
I didn't get out. Still to the half shot.
Double plus from half court, two guys on.
Was it tied or was it?
That's not Jack Adams. It's like, it might be more impressive. Two guys on, double clutch, running. I don't know that, but he can get off.
Oh my God. So they asked Whitehead why he didn't commit to St. John's with Lavin there, and Lavin said, "You are fired." What? Yeah. Whitehead was not like Lavin. Whitehead had to St. John's, and Lavin said, "You are fired." No, but let's go to the guy who plays in the Division II.
Yes, I am.
No.
Yeah. Doing the America East Squadron doubleheader for the takeaway. Second time in a row. Really
Maybe he knew you were sore.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Xavier only had 3 in the second half.
You're gonna follow up with that question? It's just something weird to see Paul do well in the
For Seton Hall, it'll be their third appearance in the title game. They're 2-0, but they haven't played since the early 90s. They won in 91 and 93. Seton Hall and Villanova have never met in the finals. Tonight's game with number 3 seed Seton Hall winning over number 2 Xavier. It's the first time this tournament that the lower seed has won the game.
John, were you with the Big East or were you still at Seton Hall in 91?
My first year at Big East.
Talked to Alvin Taylor this week.
Really?
Yeah. The sheriff in Georgia.
Really? Isaiah Whitehead and Kadeen Carrington will be the players for Seton Hall with Coach Kevin Willard.
That makes wing charge the best.
I love it.
No matter how many times you tweet, it's
This
hilarious.
time
Never gets old.
It's hilarious.
Seton Hall is here. Isaiah Whitehead, Coach Kevin Willard, Kadeen Carrington. And we'll take questions for Coach Willard and the players. Please raise your hand. Zach, in the middle.
For Kadeen and Isaiah, what's it like, your friends from Brooklyn and playing on this stage and playing as well as you guys possibly can right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer first. Well, it's a great feeling. You know, this is what we came to Seton Hall for. This is what we talked about before we even came here. Just getting Seton Hall back on the map, back to where it was. And I think we're doing a great job of it right now. We beat a good team tonight, and now we're just gonna get some rest, enjoy this one, and get ready for tomorrow.
I mean, I really can't say anything after what you said. I mean, it's the same thing. Just to do it in front of our friends and family, and especially beating that tough opponent in Xavier. I mean, they're a great team. You still at the end, they didn't give up. So, I mean, it's really a great accomplishment to even get to the championship game.
All the way on the right, JP.
For Kevin, what does it mean to you personally to get to the final of this tournament that you played in, that you've watched your whole life? What does it mean to you?
Yeah, you know what? It's the most gratifying, watching these guys have fun and go out there and play. I've always watched a lot of teams, and it's fun to have a team that you kind of just let go out and play and enjoy it, and they're having fun. We have our moments at times too, but these guys are playing hard. They're having fun, and they're playing well. So more than anything, just watching these guys play well for me is the greatest.
We're staying down the right there.
Isaiah, there was a stretch of about 6 weeks ago where you guys lost 4 or 5 games, and since then you've only lost 2 games, both to Butler. But what sort of changed about you guys, either mindset or anything like that?
I mean, I think we just got more confident. I think that week off before we played Providence was big for us to really get better and really just get back to what we're used to doing, and that's defending. And we really, when we do that at a high level, I think that we can compete with anyone in the country.
In front, Jerry.
Kevin, especially in the first half, what can you say about the way your team got to seemingly every 50-50 ball ahead of Xavier?
Yeah, we came out. They came out real quick, and I thought once we got to the first TV timeout, we got our second wind, and then we really picked it up defensively. We made them take tough shots. I thought Angel did a good job making them work in the post, and when we got up 17, Z got a second foul, and it took us a little bit of our rhythm defensively, but just sometimes you got to get to that first TV timeout in big games. And I thought these guys did a good job. Once we got there, Z made a couple shots, Dino made a shot, and all of a sudden we kind of just got our second one back.
Second row, George.
Hey, Kevin, during that skirmish late in the game, you grabbed Isaiah and kind of pulled him away. What's your concern when something like that happens? And talk about your team's toughness down the stretch when they came in?
He had gotten one technical already, so you don't want him to get a second. And the other thing is just this is the Big East. This is a physical conference. This is what we struggled with last year, is that we were a little. I use the terminology, we were puppies last year, and now we're starting to turn into dogs. And these guys are tough. I wouldn't want to play the 5 guys that are out there on the court. They stick together. Someone gets knocked down, the other 4 guys are right there. It's a very close knit, probably too close knit at times. Sometimes we have that same issue together. But it's a great group to be around because they all have each other's back.
Shannon in front.
Coach, there were a lot of similarities today to the game you played against Xavier just February 28th on your court. Were you able to take a blueprint from that game and really apply it here, or did you tweak things approaching Xavier for the third time?
No, we did. We walked through for about 30 minutes today. It's all we did, and we just did. It helped that we played them 12 days ago. It's going to be a little different with Nova because we haven't played Nova in a while. But we knew what we're doing on our pick and roll schemes. We knew what we're doing on our. For the most part, I thought we felt much more comfortable against the 1-3-1 zone than we did last time. So we went to Baruch today and just walked through for about 30 minutes. We just reminded these guys. We didn't watch that much film. We only watched about 5 minutes of film. So not because we didn't respect them or we didn't need to. It's just that we just played them. So it's a nice thing about the double playing everybody twice. By the time you get to the tournament, you really know what everybody's doing.
Tom, left.
How big an opportunity is this playing Villanova, ranked number 3 defending champion? Also, what are the particular challenges of facing them tomorrow?
They're a great team. Just like you said, they're number 3 in the country. And they're tough. They have a lot of weapons that can beat you. They shoot the 3 really well. So, it's a great. It's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. And I just can't wait for it.
In the middle, Zach.
Zach, you ever see Christine shoot the ball or shoot the ball ever?
Of course I did. We work out every day, all day, just taking shots, just working on different moves. It was a matter of time before everything started falling for him, and I'm just happy to see him succeeding.
Kevin, what do you make of all the stuff Lavin's been saying? It obviously motivates your guys, and are you going to buy Steve a beer out?
You know what's messed up with Lav? And I love Lav, man. But he texts me for 2 tickets, right? He texts me for 2 tickets. He said, hey, I need 2 good tickets behind your bench. Can you take care of me? I said, of course. Yeah, no problem, Steve. And then not 20 minutes later, he's on there saying, well, I really like the Seton Hall team. I think they're going to win games in the NCAA tournament, but, I like Creighton. And then he's got he's the best. And then he goes down there and says, no, we talked before. I said, no, he just wanted 2 more tickets tonight. That's why he switched it around.
Over here on the left.
Isaiah, go back to that foul when they were reviewing it on Jalen. You guys were on the court, Angel was dancing, you're dapping each other up. What was going through your mind at that point?
We just felt good. We really battled all night, and just to have the outcome that we did, I would probably say it was probably a mistake doing that because the way they finished the game, it really wasn't over. But once we get our adrenaline pumping like that, it's really hard to slow down.
Clayton.
Coach, you've been dealing with some serious foul trouble over the last 2 games. How have you been able to manage it so effectively?
I have a lot of confidence in our bench. I really do. I know they're not playing much, but this time of year, everyone shortens their bench. But Veer came in, gave us 4 good minutes. Rashid Anthony, he comes in and he gives us good minutes. He just fouls. I think he fouls 4 fouls per minute he's played in his career. No, yes. We looked it up the other day. We were on the bus and everybody just started laughing. And obviously Derek's been played great the last 2 nights. So I have confidence in the bench. It's just right now the way these 2 knuckleheads are playing, the way Desi's played all year, it's tough to get them off the court.
Jerry.
Kevin, he's talked quite a bit about how special this tournament is, this building is, and you played here, as we discussed. What's it like for you to be coaching a team and having the crowd chant, "This is our house," during the semifinal game?
still hasn't hit me, Jerry, to be perfectly honest with you. To be playing in the Big East Championship in the Mecca in New York City on Saturday night, you know, I think these guys are starting to understand the greatness of this tournament. I've tried to talk to them a little bit about the tradition and the great programs, the great players. I've showed them clips of my defense in the Big East tournament.
It was terrible, by the way.
I know.
Just wanted to get that out
Yeah.
there.
They've all, Kadeen thinks I've shrunk. That's the first thing he said to me. They didn't say anything about my defense, but it's an honor, to be honest with you. It really is. It's an honor and a privilege. You know, we're the first team to get back there since Coach Carlissimo. You know, he set the bar so high, PJ did. You know, everyone that's followed him has tried to achieve his greatness. So to get back to where he did in, I think it was 93, that in itself is an honor because he's been a great supporter of the program and of mine.
We're doing two more, right down in front.
Kevin, how integral was it to get Angel involved in the offense early?
Really important. Really important.
All right, we're going back on the left.
For you, back in October meeting, they asked you what your thoughts were for the Freaks and Ravens, and you said you guys weren't listening to them at all. And I want to ask you again, is that motivation for you guys? Do you guys just keep it going? Because now you finished third in the Big East, and now you're playing the final ball.
We're still not listening to it.
He's
That's all I
lying.
got.
These guys listen to the worst music. I'll just tell you that. So they don't
Still-
listen to
we're
anybody.
still not listening to it.
They don't listen to me. They don't listen. They listen to Mama 1 and Mama 2. That's who they listen to. That's it for me, Johnny.
Seton Hall, thank you.
Thanks.
It's going to be James Farr and Coach Chris Mack for Xavier. Carlesimo, C-A-R-L-E-S-I-M-O.
John, here's a free stat from you.
Thank you.
Since January 31st, Seton Hall and Villanova have more wins in this building than the Knicks. Both teams have 3.
That's awesome.
The Knicks have 2.
Really, Knicks have two?
Providence also has 2. Knicks have
Wow.
won 2 games here since February 1st.
Really? I like that now.
Free one. Take it.
Oh, thank you. You charge for others?
I tweeted it.
Yeah.
I looked it up. I'm joking.
Tomorrow night for the championship game, we'll have the losing team first. For those of you who are here.
I'm Nikki, I don't know.
Yeah. You're welcome to be here.
Thank
Xavier's here. Coach Chris Mack and James Farr.
Give Seton Hall the credit. They were the much better team tonight. They did what they do to a lot of teams, and that is they punked us. You know, the first 8 minutes of the game, you know, our offense really allowed Seton Hall to be at their best, whether they were deflecting passes, whether it was our quick shots. When you put Seton Hall in transition, you're asking for trouble. And that's exactly what they gave us. And a little disappointing because we talked about it, but you got to be about it. And there's two teams battling on the floor, and again, we played uphill from that point on. Our guys didn't quit, but you know, I don't want to say you spot because that would be the wrong choice of words. But when another team jumps on you in the way that they did, and you're playing uphill, and they're as good as they are, it's hard to dig yourself out of a hole.
Over there and back.
Chris, the turnovers in the first half, more have to do with their swarming or something on your...
A little bit of both. I mean, you know that they're going to swarm. You know that they're going to pride themselves on getting deflections, their ball pressure. I mean, even the very first play, we get the tip, and, you know, we've got a play to start the game like every team does, drawn up, and we get it deflected out of bounds. And then from that point on, it was deflection city, and, you know, you can't run good offense that way. So Seton Hall had a lot to do with it, but if you want to win, you got to be able to hold your water. You got to be strong with the ball. Your decisions have to be solid. You got to be able to deal with pressure much better than we did. Pressure goes away over time. There aren't too many teams in the country that can play that way for 40 minutes. But in those 8 to 10 minutes, they punked us, and then we, tried to play catch up the entire game.
Shannon.
How much was Isaiah getting off a strong start for them, making I think 9 of the first 11 points, kind of affect you guys?
He's a monster. He's the best player in the league. Put that down. I voted for him. He's the best player in the league. He is. He is the real freaking deal.
Did you feel like this was the best he played in the 3 meetings?
I don't know. I feel like he plays great every time I watch him on film, every time we play him. He's got unlimited range. He's strong. He's grown up. He can pass. He defends. He's the real deal.
Over here on the left, Tom.
James, how disappointing is this coming so close to having a chance to win the Big East and perhaps also giving up a chance for #1 seed in the NCAA?
We don't really think about being the #1 seed. We just control what we can control, and we didn't do our job tonight, and that was to win a basketball game. It's very disappointing because it's my last season here at Xavier, and I wanted to go out with a Big East tournament championship, but that's life. Life goes on. Didn't happen, and just wait for Sunday to see where we're headed.
Any other questions? Shannon?
James, what did you think? In the second half, you guys played much better, but never were able to get over that hump. Why do you think that was, that you came so close, 4 points twice, but just couldn't get over that?
There's many reasons. Our turnovers, our quick shots in the first half, just put us in a hole. Seton Hall is a team that, once you get down on them, it's going to be a battle to get back. We were right there. Our toughness was right there, but we just put ourselves too deep in a hole in the first half, and we just struggled to get out of it.
Over on the left, Juan.
Coach, now that the games that you'll be playing now, is it a little bit of a relief that you're not playing games against teams that know each other?
I don't know if it's a relief, but we'll quickly turn the page. As bad as we feel right now in MSG, we'll feel really good on Sunday evening. We'll know our opponent, we'll know where we play, and we'll turn the page quickly. I mean, very, very few teams win conference tournaments. They're hard. But the good thing is we put ourselves in a great position to play in a tournament that everybody watches, and that's what you sign up for when you come to Xavier. This will be our 10th NCAA tournament in the last 11 years. I'm proud of these guys. Disappointed for tonight, but yeah, it'll be a little bit of a relief. We're still going to play good teams, though.
Xavier, thank you. Thanks. Thanks, Chris.
Yep.